Welcome to Late Night Sports. We're doing another Predict the Future in the NBA, and we are doing the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to kick it off with the Thunder, and as always, Andrew, you can start it off.
First things first, sorry for the lack of content. This is boy Johnny here said, I want to go to the Cape for a week. And then we couldn't really record, so.
Yeah, my bad.
So when in doubt.
But hey, we're having 5 episodes of this week.
When in doubt, blame John. All right. And let's start off with the Thunder. I like starting off by the current roster, what they got working for them right now.
Yep.
But they got a little more than just a roster for assets in this team. The more talking about, I got to go find the Paul George trade and find all those assets. But biggest asset they have, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All right, I'm already messing up the names. Back to it again. 21-year-old guard, averaging about 19, 6, and 5. Yeah, this is pretty good. That's a really good building piece you get. They got him through the Paul George trade.
They have some good guards on this team.
Good guards.
Very good guards.
Chris Paul, he's a little older. I'm a Chris Paul guy. Huge Chris Paul guy.
A little biased.
He's a little biased, but no, I don't think he's the best for this team in the future because of his massive contract. The faster you get him out of the team, probably the better for the organization. I like Chris Paul, but that's just by contract standards. He's overpaid as hell. And then they have Dennis Schroeder, who's averaging 19 off the bench, which is an asset who you really want. And I love how they have him off the bench. I think as a starter, he wouldn't gel well with either of the other point guards. So
I feel like he never has as a starter. He's always better off the bench.
I think he was a starter in Atlanta, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, but I mean, that's Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have much for a while.
They're worse than they are right now.
Yeah, they have Danilo Gallinari. If they're trying to win now state, he's great to have. But they're not a contender or anything like that. They went 40-24. As of right now, the season still has 8 games left within the COVID.
They're 5th in the West.
Yeah, so they're obviously a good team. Like no one saw this coming too. No one ever saw this coming. But Gallinari is 31. He's a little older. If they're going for a long-term win as much as possible thing, I don't think he'll be on the team for that long. Maybe package him and Chris Paul for some more young assets from now.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. And here's my take on the other guy on the team. Here we have Steven Adams. Steven Adams, he's this – I don't know. He doesn't fit well in this NBA. With this kind of NBA, you want that shooting big, and that's just the new spacing, all that new advanced stats, all that kind of stuff. He can't do that, and he isn't he's an insane defensive player either. He's just average. He's a 10-10 guy, and I got a bad feeling that they're going to overpay him to the next level because a lot of people think he's really, really good.
They definitely are. I think he's good. I do.
I do think he's good, but I think people think he's too good, and they're going to overpay him.
All right, yeah. I can see that, I guess.
I don't think
his field goal percentage is 51%.
59. I don't know where you get your stats at.
Oh, 59, yeah. 59. My bad.
They have a couple other assets that aren't that big. I mean, they have Nerlens Noel, and that's a cool bench piece. I mean,
yeah, he's a good bench piece. When you think of bench pieces, you think of Noel.
I don't.
At least bigs.
Yeah.
A cheap bench player.
Yeah, cheap.
I think of Noel.
Yeah, definitely cheap. They got those dunking guy Diallo.
Diallo. Yeah.
He's fun to watch in dunk contests. Not really a great basketball player, but I mean, it's cool to watch.
This team's kind of fun to watch.
It's fun to watch. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to go over. You can talk about what you want to talk about now, but
the PG-13 trade.
Yeah, I want to talk about that trade because they got assets out of that deal that will make this team a contender. If they're
I'm kind of in the same thinking process of you. I don't think they have to get wicked bad to get wicked good. I think they just have to. I think they definitely have to get rid of Chris Paul. I just don't think he's that good enough to get you a title. You need to package him with someone else, and you have to return a scorer, a big scorer, someone who can score.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul is only averaging 17.7 this season with a 48 field goal percentage. So I just don't think he's a good fit for really any team in the NBA that's like trying to win a championship.
I do think he is. No. I'm the opposite with you. I think he's a great fit for
Really?
a title contending team. This team is a title contending team, and they could be a guy you get at the trade deadline or something like that. Off the bench. I don't think you have a starter.
We'll return to that in a minute. But I think they have very good young guards. And then obviously you have Schroeder coming off the bench. If you can just keep him coming off the bench, I think that he's definitely going to help you. They have some pretty strong forwards. They just need to get better. That's the only thing they need to do. But the only thing that they're just not going to have a high draft pick because they did so good this season.
See, that doesn't matter too much because here we go. I want to talk about this trade here. And this is what I mean.
Trade,
They have the Clippers' first-round picks for 2022, 2024, 2026. 3 years draft picks. And then they have Miami picks for 2021 and 2023. And
the first-round picks for Miami?
Yep. And listen to this. And those years in between 2023, 2025, in between those other seasons from the Clippers, if the Clippers do worse than the Thunder, they could swap.
Really? Wow.
They have so many assets out of this deal. They have a combined. Well, they added 5 picks and got the right to get better on 2 picks.
That's great trading.
That's
some great work by the GM.
Great work.
I honestly don't.
And they also got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Danilo Gallinari along with those picks. So good.
I don't know if Chris Paul is worth that.
Chris Paul is worth being a backup point guard?
I mean, if Paul George is worth that, my bad.
No, he's not worth that. But you have to overpay to get him.
You do. Yeah, true. All right.
Yeah.
So let's predict their futures here.
Yeah, definitely.
Next 5 years or so.
You want me to go first?
Yep.
All right. I'm definitely going to say that they're going to be an average playoff team for the next 2 seasons. But I don't think they're actually going to use most of these assets to actually pick the players with these picks.
They're going to trade them.
They're going to trade them off. And I don't know what big star or if they can draft someone, maybe one of these picks. I don't know. They've been good at drafting. I'm only going to draft 3 MVPs in 3 straight years. Yeah, they're pretty good at that. But I think that 3rd season, we go 5 seasons out, that's when they're going to be a title contending team. This seems to be good. I'm very confident with their management. They definitely did a good job at. Honestly, it's not even rebuild, they're retooling.
Yeah, they really never got bad. They just made trades.
Oh, and I didn't talk about it, but they also got more picks from trading away Russell Westbrook as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I'll say mine before you say the Russ.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm kind of in the same thinking. I think they're going to stay in the playoffs for the next 5 years. I think they might. They might be around the 5 or 6 seed, which they are right now. But then I think they're going to slowly creep up toward the 3 spot. In over the next 5 years, they just need to get one more big player. They need to make a splash in some upcoming free agency or draft a good player. But I think they'll be around that 3rd seat in the 4 to 5 years from now.
Yep. And
do you have the Russ trade?
Of course I do. I got some more assets to talk about. They also have 1st-round picks from the Rockets in 2024 and 2026. And I don't know about you.
Their future is looking bright.
Yeah, very, very, very bright. And the fact that I don't think the Rockets will be this good for that much longer. Those picks could be really worth something. Really worth something. And they also got the rights to swap picks again for 2021,
That's
2025.
great. I never even heard of that before.
Yeah, they got so many assets out of these two deals. And they also got Chris Paul with that. So they got someone else, which kind of a bad salary, but I mean, that's the only bad problem. That's the only bad problem. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's the leadership
exactly.
Chris Paul is also really, really good.
Yeah.
You can mentor his own guards.
Yeah, exactly. He's still a good player. I just don't think he's going to carry them where they want to be.
No, he won't.
But, and then I think this will finish it off with the Thunder. See, I'm like, you still have the Warriors. Like, it's the Warriors conference until Clay and Steph either leave, get injured again. I hope they don't because they're great for the league. Or they retire. So it's the Warriors league. So their ceiling is the Western Conference Finals.
I think I think at some point they're gonna make it past that, but
yeah, once they retire. But whatever, we'll see.
Curry's almost there, so you don't know. All right, you want to talk about those Sixers?
Yeah, I mean Curry's still young, but whatever. That's for a different episode. That's for when we're talking about the Warriors.
Yeah.
We gotta talk. We're doing the Warriors next because we keep giving away too much.
Yeah, we have to do
Warriors are up next.
Oh yeah. All right, let me go down the roster for the current Philadelphia 76ers. We obviously know they got Joel Embiid. That's kind of their guy, as they say. You don't know. There's trade rumors still going around. Tobias Harris, very quality wing. I think he's very, very underrated. I'm the only person that seems to like him, I feel like. Ben Simmons.
Oh, I think he's good too.
You like him?
Yep.
A lot of people don't seem to like him. I don't know. Ben Simmons, I don't think he's a good fit in this team, but it's different. I have some stuff to talk about with their management, the reason why it's bad. Josh Richardson, great piece to have. It's great. He's young. Got him with that Jimmy Butler sign and trade with Miami. Al Horford, terrible player. Absolute loser for leaving Boston. Hate him so much. They signed him to a terrible contract. One of the worst contracts in the league.
Yeah.
So good riddance. Get out if you want to sign that.
Yeah. They also have he's a bench guy. He doesn't get that many minutes, but Kyle O'Quinn, he's only getting like 10 a game, but he's a good bench piece for what he is. I think they have a decent bench.
They got a decent roster. Yeah, it's definitely good. This got Furk and Korkmaz. That's a hard one to pronounce. Great shooter. It's good. They don't have many shooters. That's what I wanted to get started talking on. This team is not built for a modern NBA at all.
No, not even
complete. Close. Nowhere. It's just terrible. If this is how I see it, this team will fall apart in the next 3 seasons if they don't do one or two of these things. You either trade Joel Embiid and you get a crap ton of shooters to put around Ben Simmons, or you trade away Ben Simmons and you get a new point guard that can shoot. That's the only way I can see this team lasting.
Yeah,
and they have
you have to get rid of one of the two.
And you got to get rid of Al Horford because that just makes no sense to have 2 centers like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays power forward, but he's like okay, but he's getting old. He's 33. He's going to pay like $20 million a year to do what? Stay in the corner? Like, I just don't see the need for.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to do what he had to do on the Celtics.
No, he doesn't. They have Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
But
they have other guys too.
But I'm on the side.
Horford can play power forward now. Where on the Celtics he had to play forward. Or power forward, I should say.
Center.
Yeah, center. What am I talking about? On the Celtics he had to play center. He had to be more of like a big rebounder, which when he was there, they were always talking about how, we need another rebounder. That's what's going to get us to a title contention.
Yeah.
So he's obviously not a big rebounder. He's a decent 3-point shooter. He can get rebounds, but he's not a rebounder.
Yeah.
I just think he's getting up there. He's 33, like you said.
And the bad part is, I don't know who's the trade for him. I don't know.
Why would you?
There's no need.
You have to pay him. Just pay him $20 million a year. It's not worth that.
Yeah, it's not worth anything for what you're getting the value out of him. But so I just gave those two scenarios out. I just gave those two scenarios. I'm on the side of trading Joel Embiid. That might come
Really?
a little bit of a surprise, but hear me out here. Hear me out, okay? They have all these big players, like forward starting as point guards. Ben Simmons is a point guard. He's no longer considered a forward or anything like that. How they have like Zion, who really can't shoot that well, but he like controls the ball and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to say, having a big man as a point guard is very like, it's good. It's great to have. And Joel Embiid's injury concerns can tear him down within minutes.
Yep. Plus, I also think people are more likely to overpay for Embiid than they are Simmons.
Exactly. You can get a ton of assets out of getting Joel Embiid off your team, a ton of shooters to put around Ben Simmons. And then at that point, honestly, maybe Al Horford isn't the worst in the world because then you get play on at center and he can still shoot. Maybe at that point he could be more useful. Because now, their paint
he has to go back
clogged.
in place. It's what?
Their paint is clogged.
Yeah.
When you can't space the floor when you have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons on the floor at the same time.
Yeah. But then if you make Al Horford go back to center, that I think drastically shortens his career. At the very least, the quality of his career.
Well, I don't know what to say then. Like,
I'm just saying they're going to have to go in. You're just gonna have to go and get another center.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to do that. But I like the idea of building around a ton of shooters around Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great building block.
But then easy fix is you're going to get a draft picks for Embiid. Just draft the center. It's another easy solution there.
Yeah,
but just knowing you're gonna have to get someone.
But yeah,
you get someone soon.
Just the offense can't work on this team that well with having both of them in the paint. You got to get rid of one. Pick through one. Honestly, I take Ben Simmons first, less injury concerns. But pick Joel Embiid. I mean, risk it for the biscuit. Go find another point guard. And another problem on this team. I never thought you'd say this on a team. Too many playmakers that need to have the ball in their hands.
Yep.
Because you need to have the ball in Joel Embiid's hand for him to be dominant in the post, right? Tobias Harris is a small forward that could dribble the ball very well. You want to have the ball in his hands. Like without Ben Simmons having the ball, it's complete garbage. Tobias Harris needs the ball. Joel Embiid definitely needs to have the ball. He's only good in the post. He used to be able to shoot really well. He's taking 3.7 threes a game. He's shooting 35% from three. I mean, that's pretty good. But, like, he's best when he has the ball in the paint. He's a low post scorer. But they don't really have, like, a guy where you can, like, catch and shoot. They only have, like, Josh Richardson, and he really isn't that good of a shooter.
So, I want to talk about Alex Burks, too.
Okay. What about him?
He's a bench piece. He's pretty good. He has pretty good stats. He has 27 minutes per game, 40%, 36 from three. He has 15 points per game this season. Not too bad, especially for a bench guy.
Yeah,
I wonder how old he is. He's 28.
Yeah.
So he make it?
Know.
I don't think they need we haven't said like they need a full rebuild. They just need to trade away a piece.
It's a retooling to become a dominant team. This team has the assets to become a super team. They can become They can become a super team basically right away. If they do move a couple things, fix a couple things around, this team can be title contenders within seconds.
This team could be the Thunder, but better. The they're just
they have way better players.
They're just a step or two behind the Thunder. The Sixers
ahead of Thunder. You mean?
Yes, they're no.
This seems better than the Thunder.
The Thunder is a few steps ahead of the Sixers. They've already made the trades. If the 76ers just follow their blueprint, they could be better than.
But different though. They don't. This team doesn't want to trade for picks. They want to trade for like proven players.
Yes, if you just follow their blueprint, just change the picks for players, I think they could just be just like a retool.
Yeah, definitely. Something like that. All right, I'm ready to give my 5-year prediction.
I am too. Andrew can start.
All right. All right, I'm gonna give 2 predictions on this. If they don't make one of the 2 trades, it seems to fall apart within 3 years. Back down to the trash can they were a couple of years ago. They're not going to be good at all because their chemistry is already bad. It's coming out already. They're really bad chemistry. They got to trade one of the 2. As long as one of the 2 is gone and they build around that one player, you got to commit to that one player. This team could be a championship caliber team within whenever that trade has been made. And they got to find a way to lessen the playmakers and up the shooters. Have 3 playmakers that you can trust, that you can rotate in and through so you don't get tired throughout the game. And then you just have your shooters around it, which is the ideal way to build the team. And with great defense, which they already do have.
I'm kind of the same thinking here. If they don't make that trade, this team's going to fall apart. When a player comes out and publicly says our chemistry has not been good this season, it's been very bad because players just don't come out and say that.
No, they never do that.
If they make this trade, I think they will be good immediately, maybe the year after. So it all depends on when they make this trade, if they make this trade. If not, I can see them within 5 years not even being a playoff team.
Yeah. I also want to throw a fact out there that they have all these players. Like when you think of Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Dr. Richardson, you think, wow, that starting lineup sounds nasty, right? Like, what do you think? On top of the East?
Yeah, they're in the sixth seed
seed right now. Like, you can't have that kind of talent and not like if it doesn't blend, you got to fix it. We figured that out pretty quick with Kyrie Irving at the Celtics. Got rid of him, brought in Kemba. Look at us now. Everything changes. You got to find what fits best for the team. And if they do that, this team can be really good.
Yep. I think that brings us to the end of the episode. Anything else you want to say, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm all good. Yeah.
All right, I am too. Thanks for watching this. Make sure to go subscribe to our YouTube channel at Late Night Sports. And until next time, peace.
See ya.